Hi, my name is Monique. I currently live in my 2022 Ford Transit Connect van in order to save money so that I can eventually buy land and live a simpler life, and I enjoy sharing snippets of my life with you all. My YouTube schedule for the next week.
Down and down, 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 and down, down, and down, doom, doom, down,
No, thank you.
and
Yeah.
down, 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 and down, down,
Thank you.
and down, doom, doom,
Thank you. Have a good day.
Like 6.5 acres of land, you know? It was a large creek, man.
Wow.
It was like one of those creeks that sometimes...
Okay, so must-haves, water.
Yeah. As you know, having water accessible. I can send you a list of it, y'all, about that.
After our meeting, it was time to start cooking. A while ago, someone asked me to share my meal planning process, so here it is. Pause and take screenshots if you need to. I use my notebook app to write down my weekly meal plans as well as any meal ideas that pop up in my head. I've been using this meal planning process since I lived in my car. As you can see, I love using restaurants as inspiration. I've never eaten at Sweet Greens or Cava before, but they have some tasty sounding menu items that I want to recreate. Next, I have some random meal ideas that I wrote down so I wouldn't forget them. After that, you'll see my weekly meal plans. I eat 2 large meals a day and label them first meal and second meal. I have my first meal between 11 a.m. and 12 p.m. and my second meal around 6 or 6:30 p.m. I also make a homemade juice or smoothie most days of the week and sip on it throughout the day. And I like to have something sweet at the end of the day, so I include all of these things in my meal plans. Lastly, you'll see the extras section. This is where I list a few snacks I like as well as a few of my favorite simple staple meals. Each week, I ensure I have the ingredients for one of these extra meals so I can make it in case I get tired of the main meal I made for the week. My extra meals have to be easy to throw together and require no prep work. Having this extra meal just allows me to have a little bit more variety so I don't get too bored having those 2 main meals that I make. This week, my extra meal is going to be the rice noodle stir fry, and luckily I already have everything needed to make this, so I saved some money this grocery shopping period. Whenever I have absolutely no idea what I want to eat, I go to this note. Here I've listed all of my favorite cuisines as well as a bunch of ingredients. This is a very convenient list to have when you need some inspiration. I'm thinking of making this list into a nice little PDF for you all to download, so let me know if you'd be interested in that. Otherwise, you can just screenshot whatever piques your interest in this video. Also, a little disclaimer, Please take whatever you find helpful from this video and discard whatever doesn't work for you. I'm only sharing the details of how I eat because someone left a comment asking me to make a video about it. I am not promoting my way of eating. If you eat 3 meals a day, adjust the meal plan to accommodate that. If you don't like the proteins I listed, adjust the list with the proteins you eat. I'm not here to tell you how to eat a healthy diet, and I'm not going to listen to anyone telling me I need to change the way that I eat. My way of eating is very healthy for me, and it actually reversed some of my health issues, which was confirmed after receiving scans by 2 different doctors at 2 different practices. When I don't eat like this, my health issues return. I'm confident in my lifestyle choices, so please just save your comment telling me I should eat differently. There is more than one way to eat a healthy diet, and I hope you all find whatever works for you. And just to give you all a few more ideas in case you want to incorporate some of these things that I've shown you into your meal planning, here's a few more of the meal plans I've made over the last few months.
I was tempted by your smile. I was tempted, and for a little while I was certain that I will be the one to change you, and you will be mine. You will be mine. I was tempted, tempted by your eyes. I was tempted.
These are the noodles that I got for the cold noodle salad. They are sweet potato noodles. Sweet potato and water are the ingredients. This is what I got from the farmer's market. I got some carrots, some chives, and cabbage. Do you all hear the children? It's so precious. I'm not at the park, by the way. I'm in a shopping plaza. There just happens to be a school right next to the shopping plaza. potatoes. This is the kimchi I'm using today. This is the main kimchi I've been buying for years. But I tried this last week and I like it too. And I have a little bit left, so I'm gonna put the rest of this in with this kimchi as well. I don't even have the noodles in here yet. First, I'm gonna add the liquids, and hopefully that will help the cabbage wilt so that I can have more room to add the kimchi and the noodles. A little fish sauce, sesame oil, ginger juice because too lazy to chop ginger, some garlic. This is raw garlic, so if you're not into raw garlic, definitely skip this. Just use granulated garlic or garlic powder. Gochujang. A little agave. Just a little bit. I don't like a lot. It smells so good. Just gonna mix this up and hope that the cabbage that I chopped will wilt. Using your hands would be much faster. Alright, I made a little bit more room in here. So let's add the noodles. Definitely should have oiled these. Let me just put some. Now I'm adding some smoked seaweed, but just add a little bit. It's very overpowering if you add too much. Kimchi. Oh my gosh. Sesame seeds. Okay. Add a little sesame seeds. And I think that's everything. Alright, it's all mixed. I forgot to add the tofu, but I've decided that's not going to fit in here anyways. I'll just add a serving of it to my bowl whenever I'm eating it. But I just tasted it and it's delicious. Oh my gosh, I love Korean food. I just love that I didn't have to do a lot of cooking with this meal as well, because I'm just not in the mood to cook right now. I'll chop vegetables, I'll mix stuff up. I just don't feel like cooking. The only thing I want to do is add some more sesame seeds because these are good. Might be going a little overboard, but whatever. Last minute, I decided to add a little bit more smoked seaweed. I want to taste a little bit more smokiness. And then that's it.
Depending on the brand, some soybean paste are saltier than others. Sudaki mushroom, to bite-sized pieces. Here, I don't want you to cut these really small because if they're too small, if you want to bring it to the next level, then add a half tablespoon of Ashida, Korean beef stock powder. Then you may think you should open the Korean.
Alright, this is my dinner. I topped it with a little bit more of the roasted sesame seeds, and I added the tofu and a little bit more kimchi as well. You can just never go wrong with Korean food. You just can't go wrong. All right, you guys know the deal. I'm about to turn this camera off and annihilate this food. Good morning. I was tired yesterday. I did not finish everything that was on my schedule yesterday, but that's okay. Just gonna move this stuff to tomorrow, or today. Today is tomorrow. I did get most things done on my schedule, so I feel good about that. Filmed, went to the gym. I didn't make lunch because I was fasting. The two things I didn't do are respond to comments and work on my outline for my business. Just gonna move those to today. Let's go ahead and get dressed. Got my vinegar water solution. They say you're not supposed to clean these types of floors, laminate floors, with vinegar, but I haven't noticed anything bad happening, so I do it. I didn't do my schedule last night, and I woke up today feeling like I don't know what I want to do with my life. Like, what am I gonna do today? Oh my gosh, is the trash can open? Yes. Sorry, I got distracted. I need to empty my trash, and it's not always easy to find an open dumpster. Businesses have started locking their dumpsters, which I get. But if y'all forget to lock them one day, I'm gonna put my trash in it. Anyways, I didn't do my schedule last night, and today I'm like, what do I do? Do I do this? Do I work on that? I'm just feeling a little discombobulated, which is a common feeling I have experienced since quitting my full-time job and having full control over my daily schedule. Being organized and finding my entrepreneurial flow did not come naturally to me. It's been a little over 2 years, I think, since I quit my full-time job, and I'm just now figuring out how to make my days flow. Better late than never. And I've seen other van lifers speak about this. There's one van lifer recently, I saw her video, and she was talking about how lost she feels. She just feels like her days are pointless. Like, what is she doing? Is this what she's gonna do forever? And even though for a while I've woken up each morning feeling that way, feeling like I don't know what to do today, I don't know what to do with my life, I don't have any structure, and I don't know how to give myself structure. One thing that always keeps me going in this lifestyle is that I do have an end goal. And I always mention my end goal in the beginning of my videos. Buy land and live a simpler life. That's something I suggest for anyone living this lifestyle. Unless you are a person who is strictly doing this because it's trendy and you just want to try it out and, have a little fun. Live an alternative lifestyle for a little bit. But just always remember that that's your reason. And that one day you're going to get bored with it. It's going to seem pointless. It might be 1 year, it might be 5 years, it might be 7 years before you feel that way. But it seems that at some point that feeling always arises, especially for people who are living this lifestyle just for fun and they don't really have any goals. What helps me even when I feel a little lost is that I know my end goal is to buy land. I want to continue not paying rent. I want to continue lowering my monthly cost of living. My long-term goal is to live a simple life on my land. My short-term goal is to continue making money and saving as much as I can in order to achieve my long-term goal, and to do this without living a stressful life. because one thing that I've learned throughout my life is making a lot of money isn't worth the stress that comes with making a lot of money. So I want to make as much money as I can while living a low stress life. Not a stress-free life. I don't know if it's possible to have a stress-free life, at least for me, but a low stress life. So that's my short-term goal. So those two goals weren't difficult for me to figure out. It's the daily goals. The daily goals to get my short-term goal and to get my long-term goal. The daily goals, it has taken me a while to figure out. And I'm figuring it out. And one thing that has helped me is creating a daily schedule with this app called Structure. And it's so crazy. This actually is just the perfect time to talk about the sponsor of this video, Structure. You know, I can't do it. Structure's not sponsoring this video. It just came naturally to me because that's what YouTubers do in their video. Yes, you know, and I love to just plan my day and oh my gosh. And you know what? That just really brings me naturally and conveniently to the sponsor of today's video. I just couldn't help myself. Anyways, Structure is not sponsoring this video. I'm not an affiliate for Structure. I just love the app. So I really want to get organized with my life. I want to have some structure so that I can really start hitting these goals the way I want to hit them. I'm not stressing myself out too much over goals, hitting them at a certain time. I just want to make sure I'm making progress. I don't want to just be spending my life driving around in my van forever. That's not my goal at all. For any other vehicle dwellers out there, or even if you live in an apartment or a house, if you're just waking up every day feeling lost because you don't work a 9-to-5 job anymore, you don't have that structure, you don't have that person telling you when to take lunch, when this is due, when that is due, I say try to create a schedule for yourself. You can use the Structure app or any other app. There's a bunch of apps that help you create a schedule, but it helped me tremendously and it just made me feel happier. When you feel lost and you feel like your life has no purpose, that's a horrible feeling. My suggestion is to have a long-term goal, have a short-term goal, and then create daily structure for your life in order to achieve the short-term and the long-term goals. But yesterday there were some things that I didn't get done on my schedule. I showed you all that this morning, and I did move that to today, so that will actually keep me busy. I have to respond to comments and I have to work on my outline for my business. And responding to comments usually takes me about 2 to 3 hours. And that's for a video with just like a regular amount of comments. Last week's video, the video with the cop, you all came through with the comments. You all came through with the supportive comments because I just knew you guys were gonna get on me like, girl, you're doing the most. But you guys really felt me. You felt my frustration and you all really supported me. So I appreciate that. I appreciate all the comments. For content creators, it really makes us feel good to get comments on our video, even if it's just a few comments. So I appreciate any comment I receive, and that's why I try to respond to all of them. And if I can't respond to all of them, I will at least try to heart it to let you know that I did read your comment and I appreciate it. So I want to do that. It's going to take me a lot longer than 2 hours today because I got so many comments on last week's video. But yeah, just putting that out there. Thank you for all of the comments. Even if it's just like a little emoji. I think there's a viewer, Gabe something. Sometimes that viewer would just leave like a little fire emoji or something and it's sweet. And Inglewood, I can't think of your entire username, but I know you changed it to Inglewood something. Don't apologize for leaving long comments. Inglewood leaves comments on almost all of my videos, if not all of my videos. And I appreciate it so much. I appreciate getting to know you all through the comment section. But I definitely want to read all of your comments and acknowledge you all and let you all know that I read them. And if I ever don't at least heart your comment, just know that I must have been really busy. It was an accident, or maybe I forgot, because I'm not at the point where I'm getting like thousands of comments. So I feel like I could at least heart all of those comments. So that's what I'm gonna do. Okay, I have things to do. I'm feeling a little less lost right now. The day is progressing. I'm finding my structure. I'm gonna go somewhere and get to work on my laptop, read your comments, work on my outline, and I will see you all later. vegetables, broccoli, and noodles. This is the other meal that I'm going to eat this week. This is a staple. This is almost always, at least for the last several months, this is almost always my alternative meal to the main meal that I make. I have my main meal, and then I have the extra meal when I get tired of that main meal. And this rice noodle stir fry is it. And also I add peanuts on top sometimes, but I don't have peanuts. The sauce is the exact same sauce I used in the video where the cops were called on me when I made the mango sushi bowl with the tahini, spicy tahini sauce. That's what this is. So if you want to know what ingredients I used, just look at the pinned comment on that video. The very top comment, I list the ingredients that I used. And all I did was add it to some noodles and vegetables and tempeh. Alright, I'm gonna eat. See you later.
Tigress?
More ideal and pledge on you.
Beautiful, Grandma.
I slipped the shirt in when I did it. The tesseract. Swiss chard.
I got everything done on my schedule. I filmed, didn't make lunch because I'm fasting. I did take my vitamin, responded to my comments. I added the tahini recipe to the pinned comment. People were asking about the tahini recipe. Or not the recipe because you guys know I don't measure, but just the ingredient list. I worked on my outline, which makes me the happiest. I made dinner. And I'm planning tomorrow's schedule now, so I want to go ahead and check that off. Tomorrow is Thursday. Tomorrow I'm definitely going to go to the gym. Alright, so this is the end of my day. I am calling it a night. I'm about to go to sleep. These are the things that I do to try to stay organized, to try to stay motivated, to accomplish my goals. And I really enjoy it. So thanks for hanging out with me these last couple of days, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care.